Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Dr. Jeff Experience. This is our brand new podcast on StreamYard. We are broadcasting live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. You can go to YouTube, you can go to Facebook Live. And what I want you to do is I want you to tag your friends, let folks know that we're live. Um, we are going to be talking about various subjects throughout these next couple of months. Every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we want to be before you. And tonight, we're going to be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, self-care. We're going to talk about the importance of it. We're going to talk about why people don't deal with self-care. We're going to deal with the results of not dealing with it, and we're going to deal with the effects of it. And we want to provide you with some practical tips tonight on the importance of self-care. And it is biblical. It is biblical. I want you to know that. But what I want you to do tonight is tonight you can comment. You can put your comments in and I'll be able to see them. If you got something that I need to see, I'll bring it to the screen. Right now, what I want you to do is type into the chat where you are viewing from. Let me know where you're viewing from. Let me know where you're viewing from. I want to talk to you. I want to see who you are. I want to see who's on live with us tonight. This is interactive as I go forward in what I have prepared. I want to talk to you. I want to see what questions you may have. I want to know how you practice self-care, or do you practice self-care? And before we leave, you will hear a word from the doctor. So how do you practice self-care? And right now, I want to know where you're viewing from tonight. Where you're viewing from tonight. So come on in the room. If you're watching a replay of this, you can still put questions in or reviews or comments, and someone will get back to you. I go back over this and we see what's going on. And okay, we got my sister Pam is in the house. Hey, Pam, good to see you. Glad to have you. I hope this helps tonight. This is great. It's great to see you. Great to see you. Great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about healthcare, self-care tonight. So I want you to get a pen, get something to write with, get some notes. This is some important stuff. This is the stuff that saved my life. But let me talk to you and make some statements first to open this up about why I think some people are stuck without dealing with self-care. I think that a lot of people just don't want help. They don't want help. They want attention. They want attention. If you know somebody like that, just let me know. I'm not by myself. Some people don't want help. They want attention. They want that attention that brokenness gets them. They've gotten to a place where what they don't realize is the attention that they're seeking from them staying in that broken place. They're really entertainment to some people. Oh, look at them. Let me go see what so-and-so's up to, because they never get out of their rut. Those people that seek attention through brokenness, you'll never get healed. You'll never get what you need in order to be a better you. And here's the reason. A lot of people who don't want to get better, they believe that people won't pay them attention any longer if they get better. It's kind of crazy, right? You believe that people won't pay you attention anymore, and you've become addicted to the attention that you're getting. You'll do that, and you become addicted to that attention from self-inflicted brokenness. A lot of it is self-inflicted because you've had many opportunities to get out of it, but instead you stayed in that bad place. So you'd rather have the attention rather than healing. And some people can be directly in the middle or right in front of their very own help. But instead, what they do is they refuse it for the sake of continued attention. I'm here tonight to tell you to get better. Help is here. Help is not on the way. I'm going to prove to you tonight that help is there. Help is here. Help is here. It's not on the way. Help is here. Now, for a lot of you that say, well, you know, I'm just going to trust Jesus. I'm just going to trust God. Listen, let me tell you something. It's all right to trust Jesus and have a counselor and have a therapist and have someone to talk to. And we're going to deal with that tonight. Okay. We're going to deal with that tonight. I've got some stuff prepared for you. And I hope that this helps somebody. Again, type in where you're where you're viewing from. Let me know you're in the house. I want to hear from you. I want to see your comments. Now let me explain something to you. Don't let all this freshness mess you up, because I'm still a little raw around the edges. Amen. All right. Type in where you're viewing from. And also, while you're typing in where you're viewing from, let me know, how do you practice self-care? How do you practice self-care? You can put it right into the chat, and let's see what's going on. So, what is healthcare? Oh, self-care. I'm sorry. What is self-care? What is self-care? What is self-care? Well, self-care is a general term that describes everything that you deliberately, everything that you do deliberately. Remember, I told you, you'll always hear me say that words matter. So let me make sure that you focus in on that word, deliberately. Self-care is a general term that describes everything that you do deliberately for mental, physical, and emotional well-being. As simple as it may sound, many of us pay little attention to self-care. And that's why deliberately is one of the most important words in that definition. You need to be conscious of your well-being before you can achieve true self-care. It starts from the simple acts like not checking your emails at night when it affects your sleep, and it extends to more important decisions like going for a vacation or booking a massage when you feel you need one, or whatever it is that you think you need to get away from the rat race of whatever you're doing. That's what we want you to do. That's self-care. Now, why is self-care important? Why is self-care important? Self-care, it encourages you to maintain a healthy relationship with yourself so that you can transmit good feelings to others. Sometimes people don't want to be in the company of you or other folks, or you don't want to be in company of other folks, because they give off negative vibrations. They bring you down. You ever been in a room and it's up and you're doing things, and then somebody comes into the room and right away, either you or somebody else says, "Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here they come. Here he comes. Here she comes," because they know that you bring in low energy. They know that you're stuck like Chuck. And it's a thing of, even though they realize that you're stuck, they know that you've also had opportunities not to be stuck anymore. And it's like, man, I don't know why this person just won't ask for help. Or you may have tried to help them yourself, and it just didn't work out. So self-care encourages you to maintain a healthy relationship with yourself so that you can transmit the good feelings to others. Also, you can't give to others what you don't have yourself. I see a lot of pastors, unfortunately, and they struggle to do things for people. They struggle to help people along the way because they don't have anything else to give. They're suffering because they don't take care of themselves. They don't practice self-care, so they don't have anything to give. They give a great message, but after that, that's it. Sometimes they even struggle in their message. Great administrators, they suffer because the lack of self-care. You got to take care of yourself. When you pay adequate attention to your own well-being, you're not considering your needs alone. You're reinvigorating yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself for the people around you, your children, your loved ones, your friends, your family members. They don't want to see you down and always dragging. They want to see you up. And they're available to help you for the most part. Everyone around you also benefits from renewed energy and the joy that you exhibit when you practice self-care. Now, I want to talk to you about 8 dimensions tonight, and if we have time, if not, we'll wait. We'll go on to next week, and we'll go over some more of these. But what I want you to do again, the chat is open. If you've got comments, go ahead and shoot me a comment. Let me know where you are viewing from, and as I go forward with these, let's see how you deal with this. Okay, so we're going to deal with 8 dimensions tonight. We're going to deal with 8 dimensions tonight, and those 8 dimensions include emotional, environmental, financial, intellectual, occupational, physical, social, and of course, spiritual. I want to deal with these 8 elements of self-care because these are the things that most of the people who do research, like myself, in these areas, they have found that these are the areas that people don't pay attention to, or people, let's say, they lack in these areas. Okay, so let's deal with this emotional thing. When we're dealing with the emotional part and we want to deal with self-care, it's important to learn how to talk to someone. Now, that someone could be a trusted friend. That person could be a professional. It could be a therapist. It could be a pastor at your church, or one of the deacons, or it could be somebody in the masjid or the synagogue, wherever it is where you practice your faith. It could be any one of those. But talking to someone is important in the whole self-care realm. You can't hold things in, because what happens is when you hold stuff in and you don't talk to somebody, that becomes cancerous. That becomes cancerous. That becomes toxic to the body. What happens is you take in all of this stuff, and the more you take in, the more your body basically becomes inflamed. It becomes inflamed, and you get inflammation. That's where you get inflammation from. Um, and when you are having all of this tension because you're holding stuff in, it's just bad for the body. It's really bad for the body. High blood pressure, all kinds of disease happen because you just, you're toxic. You got stuff and you're not letting it go. So you need to talk to somebody. You need to reflect. Journal. I've learned to journal a couple years ago. I write stuff down. I've got notes everywhere. I've got books that I journal. I write stuff down. And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how therapeutic that is when you're writing your feelings, you're writing your thoughts, you're writing what it is that you want to, you say to yourself, how could I have done that better? How could I have done this better? Why do I feel this way? What's making me feel this way? Write down those things. You'd be surprised how good that is for you. Talk to someone, reflect, journal, read on how to be better. Read to be on how to be a better parent, how to be a better mother, how to be a better father, how to be a better wife, how to be a better person. Just read as much as you can. One of the things you can do in the emotional part of self-care is do something artistic. Do something artistic. Learn how to put stuff together. I love to listen to music. Listen, when I was in my doctoral studies, I would listen to jazz and what I call spa music. Now, Andre 3000. I wish that Andre 3000's album was out when I was in school. Man, that work. I mean, that music that he is produced on this album is fantastic to me. I can get so much work done listening to that music. I love jazz. Um, I love, um, yeah, okay, Sister Pam. She said, I do talk with someone about my feelings, good or bad. That's a beautiful thing. She's not holding it in. That's good stuff. I love house music. I love house music. I love to dance. And, man, my wife and I, we go to a house in the park every year here. And I'll get out on that dance floor, man, and I'll be there forever. It's hot, I'm sweating, but that's a release for me. That's a workout for me. It's a release for me. I love it, man. I actually love it. Um, I love to take walks. I walk through the park. I walk through trails. I walk with my dog, walk with my friends, walk with my wife. Watch something that suits your mood. I love documentaries. I love um, comedy. I love to laugh. I love comedy. I love to laugh. Um, I love food documentaries because I'm a cook. I like to cook. Um, Here's another thing that I tell people when I'm dealing with grief. People in the grief mode, I tell them to cry out when they have to. If you got to cry, cry. It's okay. Okay. It's okay to cry. If you got to holler out, go somewhere where you could just scream, shout, whatever you got to do. Hug someone. You'd be surprised of what takes place when you just hug it out. Um, Cuddle. Now, I'm not a big cuddler myself, I know. You thought the big teddy bear himself is a big cuddler, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Laugh. Now, laughing is good for the soul. Laughter is good for the soul, man. It's good to laugh. It is good to laugh. And if you know me, you know that I'm going. If you're around me, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. And I learned this. Take a nap. I learned this way back when in the early '90s. I became a detective, and man, 3 o'clock, I took a nap. I took a nap. Um, and every place after that. Now, to my friends who are pastors or leaders in faith organizations, masjids, mosque, synagogues, whatever it is, I uh, I had something that I dealt with that I subscribe to. 1 day a week off, 1 week a month off, and 1 month a year off. Self care. Take those times, 1 day a week, 1 week a month, 1 month a year. Take those days off. That will help you on the emotional side of self care. Now, let's deal with the environmental side. Now, you may say, now, Dr. Jeff, that's a little weird, man. That's a little weird. That's a little weird. No, it's not weird at all, man. Oftentimes in churches, we talk about the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Well, if we love the Lord and the earth is the Lord's, then we ought to take care of the earth. Am I right? So when we're dealing with environmental stress or the environmental side of healthcare, take a walk somewhere nice. We talked about that. Breathe in fresh air. Throughout the day, what I will do is I will get to a place where I can breathe in fresh air. And I tell you, um, I see, okay, I see some other viewers are having a problem trying to jump in. Let me see if we can help that. I'm not sure why, but just keep on trying. If you need to get in on Facebook, or if you're watching through Facebook Live, if you watch through YouTube Live, just go ahead and make your comments through those, and we'll see it from there. Um, but anyway, what I do is I normally throughout the day take a moment and I'll breathe in through my nose and then I'll breathe out. I'll breathe in through my nose, I'll hold it for 3 seconds, and I'll breathe out through my mouth. And I'll do that for, I'll hold it for about 3 seconds. And then what I'll do that 3 times. And then on the fourth time, I breathe in real deep. I'll hold it for about 5 seconds, and then I blow it out, blow it out, blow it out as hard as I can. And what that does is that kind of regenerates your breathing and puts you back into a rhythm that is free from stress. It's almost like you used to have this. Those who are my age, you remember you had to defrag your computer. And periodically, for your computer to run right, you'd have to defrag it. Those who had Apples, the Apple computer, you didn't have to do that. But those of us who had the PCs, you had to defrag. But anyway, it's recharging. It's recharging your body and breathing in fresh air. I always love to sit in the sun. Sitting in the sun, getting that vitamin D, man, that pure vitamin D. It's good for you. It's good for you. Sit in the sun. Enjoy the night sky. I love living in the country because I'm able to look at the sky at night without any lights that are interrupting. Without any lights that are interrupting. It's a beautiful thing. Take some time to look at the night sky. Don't litter, whatever you do. Don't litter. Again, if the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, they that dwell in it. I mean, let's deal with this. Let's deal with that. I'm getting some signals that people are still having a problem with the chat. Let me see if I can open that up for some reason. I don't know what's happening here. And so anyway, I'm so sorry. So many things going on. This is my first time using StreamYard tonight, but let me get right into this. So enjoy the night sky, enjoy littering, reduce waste. I'm a recycler. I love to recycle because I believe that recycling is good for the earth. Again, I'm a tree hugger. What can I say? But I believe that if the earth is the Lord's, then we ought to learn how to take care of it. There's a financial part of healthcare that I want to deal with also. You need to develop a practical financial plan. I want you to learn how to deal with this financial plan, financial savings. Open a savings account. Some of the best things to start off with is a credit union. They have great rates. They have great benefits from opening up a savings account or checking account at the credit union. Even if it's like $1 a day, $2 a day, $10 a week, just put it away. Cut down on, you'd be surprised on some of the things if you cut down on coffee. Buy your own coffee. Buy your own coffee and make it at home. Buy your own tea. Make that at home. You'd be surprised how much you save from doing that. And then There's the environmental, there's the financial, then there's the intellectual part um, that we need to deal with when it comes to uh, healthcare. Okay, we there's the intellectual part. I talked about the importance of reading. You see this? This is what my library looks like 3 times over. I love to read. If you don't want to read, you can listen to audiobooks. Um, I told you about the importance of watching documentaries. Documentaries are awesome. I'm telling you. Complete puzzles. Uh, Puzzles are very therapeutic. Be mindful of the world around you. Know what's happening. Know what's happening. Look at the news, but don't become a news junkie. Don't get hooked up on the news like me. You want to you want to not get connected so much that you go to bed with a headache thinking the world's coming to an end that night. But become curious. Try something new. Tap into your creative, artistic side. Take a class. Complete a program. Go back to school. Graduate. Hey, listen, I went back to school, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So you got the environmental, the financial, the intellectual. Here's the occupational part. Learn a trade. Learn a trade. You live in an apartment, you live in a house, wherever you live, you want to learn how to repair some stuff, put some things together. You don't always want to call somebody and, have someone do that. My wife is chiming in. She said she loves painting. She does. And even though she's her worst critic, um, she's a great painter. I mean, I wish she would display a lot of the stuff that she does. She really does a great job. Um, but occupational, put together your resume. There's now. Let me tell you something. This can be a rabbit hole, but learn how to do a resume. And the big part of this now is this ATS system. You got to learn how to put in the keywords so that you can get past what they call the gatekeeper. But put together your resume, polish it up, apply for that dream job. Um, Open your own business. Let your what you do on the side, take that into a business. Develop an LLC. Talk to some people. Go online, Google how do I start a business. All of that is there. So we got the environmental, the financial, the intellectual, the occupational, the physical. Boy, this is good right here. You got to work out. You got to learn to work out. You got to learn to work out. You have to work out. Now, I'm not talking going to get all the weights and trying to become, um, all of those, get all those muscles, all that kind of stuff. But take a walk. Told you the importance of taking a walk. Eat healthy. Now, my wife and I, we've been on this vegetable based, plant based diet. We eat plenty of plants, produce, fruits, vegetables. Um, every day I'm scrolling the internet about some of the recipes that are out there. Just tonight, um, I roasted zucchini, squash, mushrooms. Um, what else? Oh, broccolini. I mean, I love all kinds of fruits and vegetables. I love. I My sons were here the on Thanksgiving Day. We actually had Thanksgiving on Friday, but on that Thursday, I cooked. I fried mushrooms, oyster mushrooms for them, and I tell you what, if you learn how to do it, it's just like eating chicken. It's just like eating chicken. They loved it. They loved it. So eat right, eat right, eat right. Avoid drugs and alcohol. And here's an important part: get 7 to 9 hours sleep. I've heard people talk about, oh, I only sleep for 4 hours. Hey man, that's going to take a toll on you sooner or later. You need to get enough sleep. Your body needs to recharge. When you're sleeping, your body is putting things back where it needs to be. Listen, this thing with the body, and before we close, I'm gonna deal with this with a word from the doctor. Um, you're gonna find out just how important it is for your body to reset, recharge, and get things back in order again. You need to take it down so that the body can power up. We power up all our devices. We've got all these places around here where we can charge our cars and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, you got to drink plenty of water. You got to drink plenty of water. Thank you. Thank you. Got to drink plenty of water. Um, but make sure even with that, you're drinking the appropriate amount. Now, I drink alkaline water. I actually go to a health food store and I go to where they have a machine and you can control the amount of alkalinity that you get. And I drink plenty of water. I drink coconut water. I buy green coconuts. I open them up and, put them right into the pitcher, put the coconut water right into the pitcher. And let me tell you something, that coconut water is so good and it's so good for you, especially when it's chilled. You got to do this, people. You got to do this, man. And there's the social part of this. Now, someone may say, well, why social? I can't. I'm going through, man. I'm going through stuff and I can't get myself to get around people. That's one of the problems. You got to get around people. We don't live on an island by ourselves. Meet up with friends and family. And I'm not talking about those family members that stress you out. I'm talking about family members that you can talk to, that you can be honest with, that you can be transparent with. Those that want to help you instead of hurt you. Okay. Those are the ones you need to meet up with. Listen, if you're watching us through YouTube or Facebook Live, you can comment. I know some people are having a problem with the comments. Just keep at it and see what's happening. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see if I can help out with this. Oh, I see. There's some. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to help this out while we are talking. So, meet up with your friends. I am a part of my. I'm a part of my Howard University Alumni Association, and we have a lot of functions. Matter of fact, this week and next week, because we got the Celebration Bowl here in Atlanta, Howard University plays FAMU, Florida A&M University, in the Celebration Bowl, the MEAC and the SWAC championship. It's going to be tons of people here. We got tons of activities that we're going to be doing. And, it's good to be around folks that have a mutual interest. We go do things. We watch football games together. We have a lot of things. The church that I attend, my wife and I attend, they have a birthday club, and we have participated in socials and other things that go on within the church. Most churches have a men's committee, a women's committee, or they'll have a birthday club, something like that. Go out and meet people. Go out and meet people. Volunteer. Volunteering is a great way to meet people. Let me see, what else can you do? There's so many things that you can do in order to meet up with like-minded people. Engage in, I'm going to say, safe social media. There's social media groups out there that have like-minded interests. Make sure that you deal with positivity when dealing with that social media, okay? And last but not least, and then we're going to get into some other tips. Spiritual. Meditate. Now, I have in my backyard, I have a chair underneath the trees. And periodically I'll go and sit in that tree because on that tree I have bird feeders. And I like to listen to the birds. I like to watch them eat. I like to listen to the wind blowing through those trees. Um, there's something therapeutic about that. It's spiritual. And I meditate. Now, again, don't think that meditation is weird. It's not. Meditation is a time of stillness where you can hear from God. It's a time for you to pray, but it's also a time for you to listen. Sometimes we talk too much. And what we need to do is not only talk, but we need to listen. And we need to set aside the noise, get to a place of stillness, and listen more than we talk. Some people have taken up yoga. Yoga is very good. It helps you to stretch. It helps you to do things that you normally would not be able to do. It gets you into a place of meditation also. Um, I like to go to the zoo. My wife knows I love the zoo. I love to watch the animals. I love it. I love to watch the animals. I love to learn about the animals. I love to go to the aquarium and look at the fish, look at all the things that are happening there. I love all of that stuff. Those are some ways that we can deal with the spiritual part. Do right by others. Be mindful of the things that you're dealing with people. Um, and, don't be mean to people. Be nice. Learn to be nice. Um, look to a higher power for support. Love one another and help those in need. Anyone that knows me knows what my motto is: meeting needs, solving problems. And I learned that from somebody back in my hometown who had a motto of find a need and fill it. I learned that in business, but I also learned that in life. And I incorporate it with my own mantra of meeting needs and solving problems. And that's what I know to do. And this is what I love to do. Now, I want to talk to you about some more tips as we go forward. Man, I really wish that we could get this thing going about, okay, well, I see Brother Cornell's in the house. Hey, Cornell, good to see you, man. We're talking about practicing self-care. Self-care. I see Brother Cornell is in. So I don't know what's happening with you guys. Some people are getting through. Some people are not. If you want to say anything, you got any questions about anything, just let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Go ahead in the chat. Put it in. Naeem. Okay, Brother Naeem. I see you in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to have you. Let me talk to you about this. I talk to you about social media, but sometimes it's important to disconnect from social media. Okay. So, okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Viewers have to create a chat box to be able to send messages. Okay. All right. Good evening, my man, Cornell. Great information. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Here's what I want to know. I want to know where you're viewing from, but I also want to know, how do you practice self-care? How do you practice self-care? So let me talk about this disconnecting from social media. Social media has been directly linked to low self-esteem. It's been directly linked to low self-esteem. And it's also caused sleep deprivation. That's why we can't sleep, because we're online all night long looking to see who did what, who said what about who's wearing what, who's saying what about all this talk about Diddy, all this talk about 50, All this talk about Ukraine, all this talk about Israel, Palestine, man, it will have you going crazy. You got to disconnect from it sometime. Constantly seeing videos and images of our people being killed, it takes a toll on you. So unplugging from social media, it allows you to detox from a controlled environment and reconnect with the present. So turn it off. Now, I told you again, develop a healthy relationship with food. I'm going to say this. You ain't got to fry everything. Every night don't have to be fried wings, French fries, and lemon pepper wings or whatever. Sometimes you got to broil. Sometimes you got to grill. Eat some vegetables. Eat a salad. And I ain't talking about no iceberg lettuce. Get you some romaine lettuce. Get you some arugula. Put some onions on it, man. Put some mushrooms in that piece. Get some beets. I saw a post. A friend of mine posted something, and she didn't know what this vegetable was. I said it was a beet. It's a beet. Nobody knew what it was. It was a beet. Learn how to cook fresh vegetables. Learn how to cook fruits. Learn how to eat right. My brother Naeem is on here. We talked about this for so long. We were at a fish fry. Talking about healthy food. But you got to have some balance. I believe in either the 90-10 or the 95-5. I believe that if you do 90% good or 95% good, the 10% cheat that you do, the 90 or the 95 will make up for the cheat. Now, when you cheat, I'm not talking about some of you people will remember this. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about a Dave's triple and a baked potato stuffed with all kinds of cheese and sour cream and all that. I'm not talking about that, man. A cheat, just a little bit, you know what I mean, and then come back right away. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you learn about supplements. I take black seed oil. I take vitamin C. There's a lot of weird stuff that I do, but that's just me. Yeah, here's a comment. I want to bring this up. A lot of us grew up in food deserts and have to learn about fresh vegetables and fruits. Yeah, that's huge. And I don't want to get in trouble on this, but I drove down a street in Decatur, and everything there was fried this, fried that. And I'm gonna mention one word, and you'll know what I'm talking about: twerk chicken. It was fast food. It was fast food lane in Tampa, right down the street from University of South Florida. There's one street, man, that all they had was fast food restaurants, Chinese food, ribs, buffets, fast food, chicken, hamburgers. This, yeah, CMOS. CMOS is good. I take CMOS every day. I mix my own. I order mine from a place in St. Lucia, and I make my own CMOS gel. So good for you. So good for you. You know, takes care of my hair, my skin. But you develop a healthy relationship with food. Learn. Let me tell you something about this. And I say all this, but this became an education. This didn't happen overnight. Okay, this didn't happen overnight. I had to literally learn how to do this. Okay, I had to learn how to do this. So take the time, educate yourself, because here's what happens. I can tell, and get away from sugar. Sugar is not your friend. Sugar is not your friend. It's never been the friend of the African American. It's never been a friend. Don't leave sugar alone. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here's a statement. Well, I tell you, it's good to have a nurse as a wife. Can you suggest a good resource to learn about healthy foods? Yeah. If you have Netflix or Amazon Prime, or just Google healthy foods. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and put in healthy food alternatives. How to cook healthy, um, and learn about what. The more you dive into this, what you're going to find out is why your body does certain things based upon what you eat. You're going to learn about cooking with seed oils, rather than a vegetable oil. What's better for you? You're going to find out about. I use chickpea flour. I use gluten-free flour. I use a rice flour. I use certain flours after I've learned the health benefits for the body. Yeah, here's a question. Is juicing vegetables beneficial? Absolutely. Absolutely. Juicing gets right to the root of things. Um, that's another thing. Go on to Instagram. Again, I talk about social media and using it for the good and having a balance to it. On Instagram, I subscribe to a lot of sites that talk about food, and the more that I investigate this, the more sites I go to, and I'm learning more and more why your body does things. Listen, and I'm gonna deal with this in a few minutes. God made this body, man, to heal itself. There's actually a book called Heal Thyself. There's another one, is The Body Keeps Score. If you get a chance to get that book, The Body Keeps Score, my sister, Teresa Pryor, hit me to that. The Body Keeps Score. Heal Thyself. That's an old book from way back. I had that years ago. Um, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. But juicing is very good. Juicing is very good. But go to those sites, go to YouTube and find out about natural cooking. Um, oh, here's another thing. Thank you. Thank you. So, again, education on food. Learn about the numbers, the barcodes on the foods, the food labels. You will see food labels that are start with a 4. You'll see barcodes that start with a 9. Those numbers mean something. Those numbers mean they differentiate from organic to naturally grown to GMO, genetically modified. I think it's organism or something. And it basically is not natural. There's so much going on. There's factories now that produce a chicken-like substance without a chicken, and they sell it as 100% chicken. Now, I know I'm going way too far on this food thing, but the problem is, and the reason why I'm talking about it so important, is because bad food affects our moods, it affects our health, and that's self-care. We got to take care of our bodies. And one of my old preacher friends told us that we are digging our graves with our teeth every day because we don't eat right. Now, listen, I love to have something, I like to splurge every now and then, and I like a good steak. So, probably once a month, I'll have a grass fed, organic, good steak. And I cook it in a cast iron pan, I'm sorry, with a grass-fed, a butter that comes from a grass-fed cow, um, and that's it. That's it. But I'm telling you, man, I am anal now. I'm able. Yeah, my sister Kiva, she said along with healthy eating, you have to do some walking. Walking is so good for you. There's something that is released. I think it's oxytocin, uh, oxytocins that are released when we walk. Um, Let me tell you something. Here's a question: is that substance like food harmful? Yeah, it's not natural. It's not. It's not natural. It's not natural at all. So if it doesn't come from the earth, it's not natural. It's got chemicals in it, and I don't want to eat anything that is manufactured in a plant. I want to know um, where it comes from. And another thing too, when I'm reading labels, if I can't read or understand the ingredients, I don't need it. I don't need it. So listen, we run out of time. Let me go through some more tips about healthcare. We're talking about healthcare tonight, and I want you to continue to support this program. I want you to support us, the Dr. Jeff Experience. We're going to be doing a lot of things. Listen, we're taking this show on the road. You know, I've been posting about roller skating. So I want you to join me. I'm going to post where we're going to be, either on a Sunday, and we're going to we're going to be at skating rinks. We want you to join us. We're going to have some swag, some shirts, some hats, all that kind of stuff. But we want to get you out. We want to get you outside. We want to get you outside. We want to meet you outside. We want you to be healthy, though. We want you to move. We want you to move. We want you to move. We want you to be healthy. Now, we talked about this, but I also want to talk about the importance of eliminating stressful situations in your life. Society has taught us that intense stress and life go hand in hand, but this is a myth. That's a myth. That's a myth. Stress is a normal factor in our lives, but it should never feel like you're being drained or depleted. You need to learn how to start pinpointing the reasons for your daily stress. Who are those people? Who are those people that cause you stress? Where are the places that you go that cause you stress? Start thinking about it. You know, how you feel before you went somewhere, how you felt before you started dealing with somebody, and where that stress comes from. And you got to start eliminating that from yourself. Most of us now, hey, folks my age, and we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. I often talk about the 3 T's. I don't want to deal with people who are tense, touchy, and tight. Tense, touchy, and tight. I don't want to deal with it. Tense, touchy, and tight. We ain't dealing with it. You want to eliminate or resolve what's depleting your energy. You want good energy. If something has taken a toll on you, don't be afraid to move forward. Get out of there. Listen, my wife and people who know me know that I will walk away from stuff if it don't feel right. I'm out. I have been some places. I wish I could say what I want to say, but I've been some places and I knew it wasn't right. I'm like, let's go. I'm out. I made it paid money, but if it don't feel right, I'm out. I'm out. Stress, let it go. Yeah, Kiva, let it go. Let it go. I will leave. I don't care where it is. I've been to some churches and it's like, I don't feel good in here. I'm out. It's crazy. I'm out. I don't care where it is. Eliminating stressful situations allows space in our lives for better things to come. Listen, I want you to win. I want you to win. I want you to win. I want you to do better. I want you to do better in life. I don't want you to be tense, tight, and touchy. I want you to win. I don't want you to have to deal with doctors and medications. Listen, I almost died in 2016. I almost died from stress. I laid up in the hospital for weeks, dying, losing weight, couldn't walk, my wrist was like this, drop wrist drop. I was messed up, man. I was on 20 some odd medications, a chemo med, all kinds of stuff, man. And I don't want that to happen to you. And it was all because of stress. And I learned how to eat right. I learned how to de-stress. This is why I'm talking about tonight. We're talking about the importance of self-care. Oh, here's a good question. But what if you find that type of stress in the workplace? You've got to find a place throughout the day, throughout the night, wherever you can, to get by yourself. Practice those breathing habits that I talked about. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, hold it, breathe out through your mouth. You got to reset. You got to reset. And once you identify what it is that gives you that stress, you got to try to stay away from it as much as you can. If it's on the job and you know it's there, you learn how to deal with it without it dealing with you. Amen. Look at God. It brought me through. Yeah. I got together with my wife and the doctors, and I said, listen, what do I have to do? And they told me, and I did it. I decluttered the stress. I got away from stressful people. I got away from stressful things. Breathing exercises is good. I started practicing meditation. I started understanding the importance of learning about the earth, season changes, but more importantly, I had a real relationship with God. Watch this. I'm gonna get in trouble. But I'm gonna say it. I need you to have a better relationship with God than you do with the church. The church is a place where we go and we get refueled. And too often times we let church stress us out. Yeah, here's my man. He deals with psychology. Square breathing is good also. Brother Cornell, you got to talk about that. You got to put more about that square breathing. What is that square breathing? I got people asking me about that. What is square breathing? But you got to have a better relationship with God. Listen, I can't let you go without giving you some word. So I want to give you some word tonight, and I want you to go and look at these scriptures. 1 Corinthians 3:16, it says, "Do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's spirit dwells in you?" Listen, I told you earlier, we claim that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So if it is, we ought to take care of the earth. And we're part of the earth. We're part of God's creation. Here it is in the Bible. It says in 1 Corinthians, Paul's letter to the church at Corinth, "Do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's spirit dwells in you?" The same way that the spirit of God is in the temple, it's in you. Now, do you really want to put things into God's temple that would cause disease, dis-ease? That would you really want to defile what God has created? We are a creation. We're created in the image and the likeness of Christ. So why would you want to defile something that God created? You say you love God, but if you love God, you wouldn't do this to yourself. Am I right? Come on, talk to me, somebody. Where my Bible readers? Let's look at 1 Corinthians 6, 19 and 20. I'm going to read this. Yeah, I told you you're going to get some word tonight. You're going to get some word tonight. Amen. You're going to get some word tonight. Let's look at 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter. Let's look at 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter, verses 19 through 20. I'm sorry. 1 Corinthians. Is that right? The 6th chapter, 19 and 20? Yeah. Know ye that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost of God, and ye are not of your own, for ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which is God's. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, do right by God. You say you love God? Do right by God. 1 Corinthians 3 and 16, it talks about the same thing. It says, know ye that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. If you love God, then prove it. Then prove it. Eat right. Do right. Love your neighbor. Be nice. Be kind. Meet needs. Solve problems. Throughout the New Testament, we see examples of Jesus taking time to get away from the crowds himself, to either rest or spend time with God, spend time with the Father. So if Jesus could do it, and we always wear these bracelets, what would Jesus do? WWJD. I tell you what Jesus would do. Jesus wouldn't stress. Jesus wouldn't stress. Jesus wouldn't stress. Listen, if you got any questions or comments, you can always email me. I'll get right back to you very soon. Here's my contact information. It'll be up on the stream. You can contact me. If you want to support this ministry, because that's what it is. There's my Cash App. There's my Cash App. You can go ahead and sow into that. I've got one more. I got one more scripture that I want to do before I close out. Proverbs 4 and 23. Proverbs 4 and 23. Let's look at that. It says, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. You know what that is? Guard your heart. Guard your heart, y'all. Guard your heart. Take care of your eye gate, your ear gate. Be careful of what you take in. Don't let things stress you out. You don't want to let things stress you out. Be careful of what you allow. Listen, don't let people come around you and dump trash on you. Don't listen to gossip. Don't listen to all that crap. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Listen, I want you to win. I want you to win, man. I want you to win. I want you to win. Brother Cornell, thank you so much, man, for your input with that square breathing. That's beautiful stuff, man. That's beautiful stuff. Practice part of self-care. Here it is learning to love yourself. Then you can truly love God. That is so true. That's so true. That's so true. Look at all the love that's happening here tonight. Man, this is beautiful. Yeah, be careful who you let in your life. Everybody ain't meant to be in your life. Yeah. Guard your heart from the devil. He comes in all sizes, all shapes. That's the truth. Listen, I want you to win. I want you to win. And tonight, we spent a lot of time dealing with self-care. Next week, we've got some other subjects coming in. We're going to be dealing with grief and the death process. My good friend, Dr. Lisa Oliver, will be here. We've got a psychiatrist that's going to come on, a good friend of mine, Dr. James Winfrey. He'll be on. We've got some brothers and sisters who are coming on to talk about civics. We want to talk to you about the importance of the electoral process, but we also want to educate you on that. We want to let you know who does what, where. What does a city council person, what is a city council person responsible for? What is a county committee person responsible for? What does a state legislator do that a national legislator doesn't? What's the difference between state and national? What's the difference between county and city? What's a city road? What's a county road? Who's responsible for water? We want to let you know about different boards that are available. The water board, utility board, the arts board. Why are these things important? Because they make policy, they make laws, and they also give out money, and they also generate. They also generate how we live, and we sleep on these boards. A lot of these boards, all you got to do is fill out an application and be appointed to these boards. Okay. So listen, if you're looking on YouTube, if you're looking on, put those thumbs up. Thank you for reminding me. Go ahead and push that subscribe button, that like and subscribe. Hit that bell so that you hear from us throughout the week when we come on for a short moment. I want to thank my brother. I want to give a shout out to my brother, brother Calvin Denson. Somebody said, Jeff, man, you tight and right. Yeah, let me tell you where that happens from, brother Calvin Denson, man, over at JJ's Barbershop, man, in Decatur, where they say it's greater. He keeps me right. He keeps me right. Y'all go over there. Y'all brothers go over there and see him. Sisters, y'all go over there too. Right? That's a good place. Deacon JJ is over there, but my man is brother Calvin Denson Jr. He's a good guy. I know his family well. Comes from good stock. He'll take good care of you. You tell him I sent you. Tell him I sent you. Well, listen, we've got some technical things to work out, but it's been a pleasure to have you on tonight. Again, I want you to win. The reason I do research, the reason I take this time and study like I do and come on here and share with you is because I want you to win. I want you to do good. I want you to live, and I want you to live pain-free. I want you to live stress-free. I want your family to prosper. I want your children to prosper. I want your community to prosper. And I'm going to do everything that I can do within myself without stressing myself out to bring you the information, the good news that you can use. I want to do everything that I can to help you meet needs and solve problems, because that's what I do. That's a word from the doctor. I love you. God bless you. And I pray that you have a good, stress-free week. God bless you. You take care. See you next Tuesday.